Afternoon, folks. This is Corey Babka from the Marks Group. Email is corey@marksgroup.net, corey@marksgroup.net. If you have any questions, anything you want to ask me after the class. Right now, generally, I have everyone in muted, like listen-only mode, but I'll keep watching the chat just to make sure that we're looking at things that way. Okay. So, excuse me. Usually you're used to Megan at this time. Megan is on maternity leave right now, so you get me. Probably not as great as she is at this type of stuff. She's still writing the tips for the Office 365 stuff, but she is out right now. Just about to have a baby in the next week or so. So we wish her the best, and we're just going to jump right into the tips. Okay. So what we've got is a few tips today. I'm looking off to the other side. I apologize for that. I'm not ignoring you. It's because this is the screen that has my tips on it. I'm going to be showing the, let me see what screen you do have. You see my main one. Just want to look at it here. Show screen. And let's see what you've got. Okay, so you're seeing my screen there, which is where I'm going to open up Word. Okay. I'm also going to open up Excel today. We're going to get those rolling. We're going to go this way. Okay. So first things first, we're going to talk about document stats in Word. We're going to talk about the document inspector, which actually is there for, I believe it's there for a few things, Excel, Word, and PowerPoint, right? And then, excuse me, we're also going to end up doing something with Teams, something I love as well. We're going to get that rolling, and that is our Teams window. So we're going to get a few things rolling here today. We're going to go in here and we're going to look. I just need to minimize my camera. There we go, just to make sure that I'm doing this right. You can hear me. We're recording. Let's go for it. Okay. So, and like I said, any chats, anything like that, by all means, if you have any questions, just let me know, raise your hand, whatever it is, right? Okay. So let's go first to the view doc stats. So in Word, I'm going to actually open up let's go to this one, Marks Group Live. Of course it's been moved. Let's go find a document here. So I'm going to go to Dropbox and open up this and my class listing. I know I had it. Class calendar. All right, we'll just do it this way. We'll do our script. Okay, so this is a document that I wrote for one of our other products. It's our live training for Zoho. Any of the Zoho users in the audience? Great, fantastic. Please go to marksgrouplive.com. That is where we have our training platform. Very affordable prices. This is the script that I use for all of our teachers and trainers for when they're doing a video. Okay, you see that I've got all this type of stuff and all of my items, right? Now, what we're talking about here today, though, is to go into File, and then we can go to the Info tab, which is right here, okay? And so what you've got in here is not only that, but I've got these properties, and this is what we're talking about today, okay? But we're going to go a little bit earlier. So total editing time is 25 minutes. I actually think I took a little bit longer to write that, but maybe I do write that fast. Says who I am, who did it, you know, what's the title, how many words, 3 pages. I think you've seen these things before. But if I go to properties and advanced properties, pops open another little window. And this is the one that I think used to be missing, and a lot of people don't know where this is anymore. It used to be in the information area. But in the general, you know, you've got that custom content stats. Here's my stats. So the same type of thing, right? It'll actually show me more information here, such as number of pages, paragraphs, how much editing time, again, the 26 minutes, revision number. That's interesting too, meaning that I've actually looked at this thing and made major revisions 5 times. I'm not saying you want a big brother on your people that have said, yeah, I went over that document a bunch of times, but you know, you might. Right? If I go look at one of my bigger documents, I have a big one here. Let's see if I got it. I'm trying to look for one of my really big documents. Something I know I've got right here. Let me see what I've got. You know what? I might have moved it. Let's go into here and find it. Nope, not out here. Let's look on my desktop again. Oh, I know it's in my Dropbox. There it is. So like, here's a big guy, right? There's a big document here. And I know it's big because I wrote it. And if I go to the Info tab and I go to Properties and Advanced Properties, you can see that I did, there's 16 pages, 189 paragraphs, 6,000 words, right? And it says revision number 96. Yeah, I made a lot of edits to it, okay? It's a 16-page document, so I kept going back and forth and back and forth. So it's good to see that type of information if you're curious, okay? All right, so let's go out of here. Let's get out of Word. And we're going to go into our second tip, which is going to be our document inspector. So what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to go into my trial file, or the trial subscription file. Let's not. Let's go to no, let's go into this class list. Okay, so here's my class list here, right? Okay, and this is a bunch of stuff in here. These are all the classes that we're doing inside of that same product I was telling you about. It's a little bit older now, there's more lines to it. But what we want to do is we want to go back in that info area again. Okay, so we're in the file and the info, right? And we're going to use the inspect documents. So it's you check for issues, which is in here. Where is it? Protect work, but there it is. Sorry, check for issues, right? And we can do inspect document. Now, this is the other thing that you can also do, check accessibility, which is interesting. You know, it just kind of shows you what's going on over here, and it says, got it, like default sheet names, sheet 1, sheet 2, they don't like it, you know, that type of thing, default. So that's one of the things it's doing here. It's telling me that I haven't named them anything besides this, this, and this, right? So it's not useful for people that have disabilities. Interesting, right? Check for issues, inspect the document. So this is the one here, though, that looks for other pieces of code, certain things that when we're looking at this, you know, what if I mail this to someone? Is it going to cause issues? Is it going to get hit by a spam filter? Is it going to, you know, certain things? So I'm going to inspect this, and I get document properties are missing. Okay, so it's not there. Printer properties. Okay, so there's certain things in there that we want to get rid of, right? What else? Hidden rows. Okay, cannot be removed. These types of columns are unhidden when you click remove all. So there's certain pieces. If I say remove all on that, that's fine. I did that there, and then I remove these, and now it says that I'm all happy and good. Reinspect it. Everything now, inspect, and I've got everything seems to be good now. I've got green checks. So I think a lot of this has to do with, you know, it's the idea of if I send it to you and email it to you, I mean, is it going to be like, you know, is something in Outlook going to find it and go, oh, I don't know if I trust it? Macros are a big one that you want to worry about, and that's what this is a good thing there. Okay, and that would be that. Okay, so now I'm going to go here, and we're going to go to our teams. So the teams piece is the final tip. I know this is a quick one today. I don't know how long Megan does on these. Sometimes I do longer, sometimes it's half hour, sometimes it's 15 minutes. These are pretty easy. Now, I didn't say this in the beginning, but these tips are based on things that we do every month. So at the end of every month, we'll put 3 new tips up on our website, marksgroup.net. You can go to our blog, and on those blogs, for our products, we have Dynamics tips, Goldmine, Zoho, Office. That's why we're in here today, because it's the office, and it kind of spans. I love the office tips because it spans all of our users. Zoho, Salesforce, Dynamics, doesn't matter, right? Goldmine, we all use Office. So this is a good one here to be able to just kind of branch through. But we look at the blog page every 4 weeks, end of the month, we post new ones. Newsletter will come out next week. It will say, these are the tips right now. And then our webinars will be at the end of the month. So today, I think this week, actually, I hate to say this, but I think I'm doing her tips early. And if that's true, I'm going to have to record this video again. Because we've got that, and yes. Yeah, I did the wrong tips today. So no one stopped me. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to pause on the third one that I was going to go with, right? We're not going to do the Teams one after all, okay? What we're going to actually do are the real ones that were out there before, okay? So I go to and I do, I'm going to look at display Outlook messages, event reminders, private notes. Okay, so now I'm looking at the October ones. I apologize for those that are looking at this, and this is going to be repeated next month. Anyway, so we're gonna do this again. So I'm starting now with my, about 10 minutes in, it's not too bad. We'll be able to do it. We're looking at the first tip would be Outlook messages as conversations, event reminders, disabling event reminders for past events in Outlook, and then taking private notes in Teams. So we are going to need our Teams again. And then we're going to need our Outlook, which is, here's my Outlook right here. Okay, so I'm going to close this out. Let me just shrink this a little bit. Hide. Okay, good. I just want to do this more so you can see. I got an add-on over here that's kind of screwing things up. So what we've got here is this display Outlook message, right? And as conversations. So when we do it this way, I really don't like it, but some people like it. Those people that are in Gmail and are used to Gmail and the conversation look, you can do it. In Outlook, I don't view it. I mean, I don't prefer it. Okay, so now Megan, who wrote this tip, she prefers the conversation look, which is interesting. Okay, so she does it this way, and if she goes back into view, like I'm in my inbox, if she goes to view and says show as conversation, right? Now I just say this folder. Now what we've got is these conversations, and I can look at things here, and it's going to include all these replies. So if I go to, let's go to an email that I know, here's one. Let's see here, I'm looking at this conversation. I didn't get on, hold on. I'm not going to be able to do it on this. I'm going to have to go to my sent mail because this one's a little bit different because I'm not getting the twisty, right? Because if I see it as a conversation, I should be able to see it. Let me go back to my sent mail and do it that way. Let's say view as a conversation. Okay, there we go. So the reason why is because you've got these these twisties, right? And that's how I knew I wasn't there. So if I go into this one, for instance, I can see all the different emails that were sent. And then the one here. So if we go into this piece here, right? And we've got this, you can see the conversation and you can see where they are. This is the recent, incoming, and it separates them out. So what you get is you do still have the emails down below, right? And then you've got this, and then it goes here, like my yup by the end of the day, you should also have in there. And there's another one. This is in my inbox. It's actually not in here, but it's in my inbox right now. And that's why it's kind of italics and grayed out because of the conversation, okay? And so that's the conversation view that you're looking at. Now I'm going to turn this off. You can see what it also did. It separated things into today and Sunday and all that. And I hate that, right? So I don't do that. And I just have it as one thing. And here's my emails. You notice this one went red? Or no, the one that we were looking at was this guy. And this one was in my sent, but only because its conversation is part of it. Okay, so it's interesting, right? Okay, let me just check out something here. I want to go into this. Okay, so so that'd be tip number one. Take two. Disable event reminders for the past. Okay, so if I go into here, I'm just going to go up here so we're not looking at lots of my emails and such. I'm going to go into, there's an update, I guess. I didn't know this one, actually. This is something that's going to be good for me. Again, Megan wrote these last month. So Outlook has the ability to automatically dismiss event notifications that are events that have already taken place. Wow, I'm okay with it. I actually like that as well. So under the reminders section, so we go into info and then options, we go to this file, then we go to our options. And this is one of those new things. And what we've got in the reminder section, I would assume it's under calendar. Nope, it's under advanced. Automatically dismiss reminders for past events. That's a beautiful thing. Too many reminders I get hit. If I go a week without opening my Outlook, I'll get hit with 10 reminders right then and there. So that's a good one right there. Okay, excellent. And we do that, and then we set it up, and now I will no longer be hit with those. Okay, very good. Now, private notes into Teams. So this is where I wasn't lying too much. See, that only took a couple minutes, not a big deal. Back into Teams, into private notes. So in our team area here, you can take private notes in OneNote or wiki applications within Teams, okay? So we use Teams a lot within our team, within our group, depending on what they are. I've got different groups here, like I've got our teams that are the different product teams that we work with, right? Microsoft Financials, Dynamics, Marketing, right? All these types of things, right? And if I go to General, this is just more information, right? EMS, meetups, we can do that, and there's other stuff, okay? All right, and then we've got these little videos and everything's in there. This is kind of like Slack, kind of like Asana. Those that have used it, it's good. I do like it. But so now we can take private notes, right? So there's a personal tab. You need to reference the leftmost menu and click the options. So where's that? It's down in here. We're just following her along now. There's my wiki. I'm betting it's there. She's going to go OneNote. I'm going to go to wiki, okay? And so here's my personal tab, right? And so I can go into here and I can say, there's my page name, right? Right, I can do this here and I can say untitled page and I'll say testing private note only, right? Let's say subsection. And then I'm just going to put in some notes and say this is my password for everything. Just kidding. Right? And then I've got it. Now, the thing is that's my private stuff. That's what it is there. Now, I'm assuming that is personal to me only. So in a group page, you're only going to see this. I'm only going to see that. Megan would only see hers. And actually, I can probably prove that because if I go and look at something that she did OneNote under, I don't know where it is. I think it was in the OneNote. So she's a OneNote fan, so she did it this way, right? And you've got a personal tab there. So that's good. You can do that. You can do these things in your wiki pages if you want. If I go to the wiki page for this, right, I don't have it here anymore, right? There's nothing there. It doesn't have that. But I can have my own wiki area. There's this personal stuff that I can put in there. My recent, there's my other wiki pages that are pages, right? And go from there. Okay? So that's where we're at. So away we go. Wanted to thank you for joining us here. Okay? And we'll see you next month. Next month we'll probably go over again what I kind of did, at least a couple of the tips. I'll leave that third Teams tip, which is a good one. I'll leave that as a teaser for next month. And I wish you the best. Happy holidays to you if we don't speak. And we'll see you on the blog. Thanks.